this is going to be a great place to get your questions answered. However, I would ask you, if you could hold your questions till the event is over, we'll definitely make sure we can get to you, okay? Is that fair? Now, all I ask is for an open mind. Y'all have that?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, y'all drove through the rain. Of course you have an open mind. But I want you guys to prepare to hear from a gentleman that I have a lot of respect for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's an amazing mentor. He's also my husband. Right? And I so appreciate this gentleman for this fact. 2 years ago when we saw this information, just like you're about to see and hear about, I told my husband no. So some of you are probably sitting here and you just like trigger ready to say no. Like, nope. And I told my husband no. And because of who he is, he saw something and he knew what my bank account looked like. And he decided to say yes anyway. And because of that yes, for the last year, I've been able to be home with my babies. Yeah. But that's our life. What's more impressive is because of his one yes, over 4,000 individuals' lives have been changed. That's amazing. But then he's knowledgeable, and he looks good doing it, right? And he's funny. You guys are going to enjoy and have a lot of fun with him today. So you guys open up your hearts and welcome my husband, Mr. D.L. Woods.
Warnings and everything, so you want to cut off your vibrate as well as your media, okay? Any notifications. But I want to let you guys know, thank you guys for actually coming here, because we're going to have this is an auspicious occasion only because there was some miscommunication on media. And so that's why you guys don't see a slideshow or a screen, a projector, anything like that, right? So I am going to be challenged for my talents today. And so what I'm going to ask you guys is, because I'm going to be challenged, I'm going to challenge you guys as well. I'm going to be talking about it, right? How many of you guys know that if you really want to right now, you can see what your bedroom looks like? Right? If you close your eyes, you will be able to actually picture yourself inside your bedroom. And you can actually picture yourself going into your kitchen if you truly wanted to. So I'm going to ask you to just help me with this presentation by tapping into that muscle, okay? Well, a little bit about myself. My name is D.L. Woods, okay? And I am your friend. My name is D.L. Woods, and I am your friend, okay? If I say anything today to offend you, just know that I didn't mean to. So I'm going to speak without offending, but I want you to listen without defending a situation. And that is, we have all been lied to in certain situations and deceived in others. And that is financially. Anybody got a bank account? Savings account. Remember when they signed you up, they said, you know what, if you put your money in this savings account, we're going to give you interest on that money. Y'all remember that? How much interest did they say that you was going to get on that money? Anybody know? He said next to nothing. Exactly. Based on the last 10 years, if you put money in that bank account, how much interest have they really given us on that money? Right? Now, the thing about it is, it's hard for us to recall how much interest they gave us on that money. But I can ask you guys this one question. Everybody's going to get it right on the first time. It's going to be within a matter of 3 seconds. What is the overdraft fee if you just so happen? Everybody knows that, right? We know exactly what that number is, right? But the thing is this, we got to get to a place where we can start multiplying our money versus just, having money taken away from us via fees and via overdrafts, right? So here's the thing. The reason why you're here tonight is because somebody that like, love, trust, or respects you invited you out to hear about how you can multiply your money. Just some information, okay? I always like to say information changes situations. How many of y'all can agree with that? Yes. Right? If you have a lack of knowledge, that means you have a lack of opportunity. Does it make sense? Because there are 4 ways to actually make money. How many? 4. A gentleman by the name of Robert Kiyosaki, he breaks this down. And I'm going to talk to you guys, you're going to hear tonight about 2 of the ways, but I want to cover all 4 real quick. He said the first way that you can actually make money in America, and pretty much in the world, is by being an employee. Somebody say employee. Employee. This is when you exchange hours for dollars, right? You exchange hours for dollars. That means that if somebody pays me for an hour of my life, they just bought an hour of my life. A gentleman that was a mentor of mine when I was about 19, I was working for a small pyramid scheme called Home Depot. He said today they're telling you that an hour of your life is less than $10 because I was making like $9.30, and that was before taxes, right? So when somebody pays you for an hour of your life, that's what they did. They just bought an hour of your life. And I said, wow, I think I'm worth way more than that. He said, that's not what you're telling Home Depot. Now, this is the deal. Employee, that's how we make money. In order for us to make more money, we got to do what? More hours, right? We got to do overtime. We got to hope for double time. We got to do all the time, right? In order for us to make some money. Now, the second way that we actually make money by being in this quadrant is by being self-employed. Somebody say self-employed. Self-employed. Self-employed is when you're somebody that actually owning a job. When you own a job, you're the hairstylist, you're the barber, you're the plumber, you're the photographer and cinematographer like myself and my wife, right? You pretty much tell them when to show up. You tell them how much money that it's going to cost for your service, right? And you tell them when you're going to be done. You're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're a dentist, you're a photographer, right? Now let me ask you, let's just take the hairstylist or the barber for example. What happens if a barber or a hairstylist takes a week vacation? What happens to their income? No money. You ain't making no money, right? Your check taking vacation too, right? So here's the deal. So basically, if I'm self-employed, I have to always be working. Otherwise, I'm not making money. Y'all follow me so far? Now, this is the left side of the quadrant that I'm speaking about, and 95% of the people actually live in this quadrant. This is how 95% of the population make money. However, this is where 5% of the wealth lives, okay? 5% of the overall wealth is over here on the left side of the quadrant. Now, what I'm about to do is I'm about to transition to the right side of the quadrant where you have something called business owners. Say business owners. Business owners. Business owners are people that create a system that works so they don't have to. Right? Let's say that hairstylist that we were just talking about, she said, you know what? I'm gonna hire you. I'm gonna teach you guys my training style or my styles, right? You're gonna work in my shop. Now, when you actually do hair, a small portion of that goes to me because I actually, what the young folks say, I put you on. Right? Now, when I take a vacation, I still have money rolling in. Does that make sense? Now, that's what a business owner do. They create a system that works so they don't have to. And they employ a couple wealth principles. Number one, OPT, other people's time. Okay? Or you can exchange that T for an E of other people's efforts. Okay? Now, this last one is my favorite. And that is the investor quadrant. That's the last way that you can make money. The fourth way is by being an investor. Somebody say investor. Investor. This is the one that say, I have money making money for me. Right? I don't have to employ people. I don't have to worry about a product. I don't have to worry about somebody calling in slick or sick, right? Y'all done both of them, right? Right? You don't have to worry about that because when you employ money, you just send money out and hopefully it comes back with friends. Okay? You send money out and guess what? Money doesn't have to take weekend or vacation or anything like that. Money doesn't sleep. So when you send money out, money can work harder for you than people and products can. Does it make sense? Yes. All right. Now, that was the right side. 5% of the population lives on the right side of the quadrant. And 95% of the wealth lives over there. Right? So, for a visual, this room is pretty much a visual. Let's say that it was 95 people in this room, and I walk in and I throw up $5. How many people can catch a dollar? Only 5 people, right? That's the exact same representation of the amount of people that's going to be financially secure when retirement comes, based off of being on the left side of the quadrant. Now, let's just say it was 5 people in here, and I came in and I threw up $95. You see, most people can actually catch a dollar there. That's the same representation of people that's on the right side of the quadrant, how they're gonna look at financial when it comes to retirement. I gotta ask you guys a question. I heard a ding, right? I just heard a ding. How many of y'all heard the little ding ding thing that just, all right, take out your cell phones. I'm not gonna tell y'all to turn them off. Just take them off. Take them out. Take them out. I wanna show you guys something. This is how much money it's gonna cost you to eat through retirement. Because most people don't calculate this stuff. They say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But I wanna go ahead and caution you guys right now. So go to your calculators real quick, and I wanna show you guys something. Because most people haven't even thought this far. I need to eat through retirement. Let's just say we have a calculator, right? Let's just say at the time of retirement, it takes you $10 to eat per meal. That's pretty fair with inflation and everything like that. Let's just say $10, right? How many times do we eat per day, typically? Let's multiply that number times 3. What's our number? Okay, let's just say we eat. Do we eat every day? All right, so multiply that number times 365. All right, what's that number? All right, let's just say that we're blessed to live with long life. Let's say we're blessed with 25 years to enjoy retirement. Multiply that number. What's that number? $273,000. That's for one person. So if you're married, double it. So let me ask you this question. In our retirement accounts right now, how short are we? How short are we? Kind of short, right? So this is why you have been invited to learn how to multiply money. All right? Now, I know a lot of people have been programmed a little bit to run away from things that look too good to be true. All right? I've had that same kind of programming, but I always had to ask the question in the back of my mind. If I run away from things that look good, then I will actually wind up with something that's bad. Does that make sense? If I always run away from stuff that looks too good, I will wind up with something that's bad. Now, here you go. The company that we're talking about today, that we're part of, is a company called iMarkets Live. What it is an online Forex trading platform, an educational company that has a couple tools and it has a video library to teach you the language of money. All right? How many of y'all know that money has a language? Y'all don't believe me. If I say a pip, most people don't know what that is other than glad it's not. If I say Fibonacci, if I say Ichimoku, if I say Hakanashi, many people be looking at me like I'm crazy, right? Now, guess what? I'm not a genius. I am 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 a genius. The reason why I said that is because I just got convicted immediately because Albert Einstein and somebody just said a genius is somebody that can take something very complex and make it simple. I think I'm a genius in that area. Now here you go though. The Forex market. Write this down for your notes. Forex. Forex is a $5.3 trillion per day industry, right? That doesn't get any oohs and ahs. Reason why is because we're so familiar with the stock market. The stock market, everybody know about that one, right? That's a $22.8 billion per day industry. How many of y'all know it's a big difference between a B and a T? Right? It takes 1,000 billion to equal 1 trillion, right? So this being a $5.3 trillion a day market, the people who participate in this market are your banks, hedge funds, governments, as well as your big insurance companies. All right? Now, this is how they make money. I always wonder, why do banks got the best looking buildings? Right? How many of y'all ever heard that money doesn't grow on trees? Why do banks have branches? Y'all ever heard that? Put your money in the bank, and the bank does this. The bank takes your money and put it in a $5.3 trillion a day industry and come back and give you pennies. How would that feel if, man, what's your name? Melinda. My mother-in-law name is Melinda. Melinda, you gave me $1,000 because we're good friends. And you say, you know what, I got a bad gambling addiction, and all of a sudden I want to do something good for my husband, right? In about 6 months. So she gives me $1,000. What happens is I know how to trade in a foreign exchange market. Melinda, I take that $1,000 over the course of the next 6 months and I make it $1.3 million. Melinda comes back to me in 6 months and say, hey, DL, that $1,000 I gave you to do something right for my husband, I want to go ahead and get that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, Melinda, because you, and I love you so much, we're good friends, I want to go ahead and give you that $1,000 from you. And I say, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you $2,000 because I want you and your husband to actually go out there and do something good for your anniversary. That's what the bank's been doing to us for the last forever, okay? So this industry is 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week that you can actually trade in the foreign exchange market, okay? And this is the same situation of anybody been out of the country before? Anybody has traveled abroad, right? Let's say that we actually go to Europe, okay? Let's say we go to Europe. We take 10,000 US dollars. Now, the same way it goes in Europe is the same way it's here. Can we spend a Canadian dollar over here in the United States of America? What about a Japanese yen? Mexican peso, that even though it's right down the street? No, right? We need to have what? The United States dollar, right? It's the same thing that if you go over there to Europe. So we take 10,000 US dollars, we go over there, we get off the plane, we go to what's called the currency exchange booth, okay? Anybody ever saw those inside of the airport? Well, guess what? We go to the currency exchange booth, and a young lady there, she says, you know what? It takes 2 US dollars to equal 1 euro. So we said, perfect. She gives us 5,000 euros back because we gave her $10,000. Everybody follow me so far? What happens then is because you're actually over there on your best friend's dime, so you don't spend any of your money. The person that invited you there, they took care of the bill, right? So when we actually come back to the United States of America, we actually have 5,000 euros. And we're about to exchange that money right there in the market, okay? At the currency exchange booth that's here in America. Now, right when we're about to exchange our money, this is what happens. A tweet comes out from number 45 that basically devalues the United States dollar for about 10 minutes. What happens is this. It now takes 4 US dollars to equal 1 euro. And we exchange our 5,000 euro. How much money do we get back? $20,000. Most of us, we looking and we're like, yo, how did that just happen? It's because markets change. Anybody ever heard of a house costing $30,000 back in the day and now it's $120,000? But now collapsed time frames, that's what money does. Okay? It can go up and down, up and down, up and down, especially when something like the government shutdown happening. That big news event can devalue the United States dollar. We made a lot of money when the government was shut down from our phones. Because you don't have to travel to these different countries in order for you to exchange money in the foreign exchange market. You do it right there from your phone, your laptop, your iPad, your smartphone. Anybody got a smartphone? Yeah. Any of y'all got an iPhone? Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Samsung is deep here today. I love it. Now, here's the deal. We're also participating in the cryptocurrency world, which is another $1 trillion market cap. How many of you guys have heard of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Dash, Neo, Monero, a lot of other ones, right? We make money on that side too. It's a $1 trillion market cap, but that stays open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a digital currency, so it doesn't back by a bank, right? Now, here's the deal. Now that you guys have been educated about the markets that exist, now you got to know the rules of engagement. You got to know how to play in this market, right? Because guess what? If it's a $5.3 trillion a day industry, that means when I come to the market with my little $200, it don't even matter. Does that make sense? Yeah. The $200 that I make in the market today, or put in the market today, the market doesn't even really feel it. Does it make sense? Now here's the deal. To learn the rules of engagement, we actually created something called the iML Academy. The iML Academy is going to teach you how to go from not knowing anything about trading, anything about investing. You're going to go through small bite-sized videos. They say how to eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. Small bite-sized videos so that you can get to the points where you know exactly what's going on in the foreign exchange market as like the language of it, all right? Then we have something called the iML TV to learn how to take that knowledge and apply it, right? Anybody ever heard somebody say that knowledge is power? Mm-hmm. How many of y'all agree with me? I disagree, right? You disagree because applied knowledge is power, right? So I know about the foreign exchange market, but I'd be like, okay, you make money from it? No. Do you participate in it? No. That's not power. That's wasted brain space. Right? So applied knowledge is power. We have what's called iML TV, which is 6-figure traders and some 7-figure traders. What they do is they actually show you how they look at the market, how they see the market, right? Show you how to take that knowledge that you just learned in the iML Academy and how to apply it in everyday use, right? We have one educator that's in the building right now, a gentleman that actually took something that was very, very simple, a very simple trading style, where it lines up with certain patterns and get a level of consistency going, and he called himself Mr. Teacup, right? Yeah. He is a genius because he took something very complex and made it simple. And now he is in a position where he can withdraw money every single week. I encourage you guys to go to iML TV after you get enrolled and find Mr. Teacup. All right? Now, here you go. The third service that we have is one of my favorites. It's called the harmonic scanner. How many of you guys want to look at the market every day, all day? Neither do I. I do not have time. I would love to live my life, right? So we have a tool that was developed to do it for us. Now, we've all heard that history repeats itself, right? So does that go, the same goes in the market. We have a harmonic scanner that actually looks into the past, and identifies certain patterns, and then predicts what's about to happen in the future. Okay? So with this harmonic scanner, I say that it works about 75 to 80% of the time anyway. How many of you guys okay with making 75 to 80%? How many of y'all made an 80 in your class? Okay, so I was a D plus student, right? So when I got an 80, I felt like I extra studied. Okay? Now, 75 to 80 percentile, guess what happens? If you are in Major League Baseball, you get paid millions of dollars to actually hit 3 out of 10. That means 7 times you have to get struck out. Does that make sense? So if you're 75 to 80% in a $5.3 trillion a day industry, you're doing pretty good. We also have some things called other services that we have called Gold Cup, right? We have other services called the Daily Swing Trading, right? With Christopher Terry. He's actually coming on, and the CEO of our company, his name is Christopher Terry. What he does is he goes and he gives us the scope of the market for the week, right? How many of you guys know that if the CEO of your company he's active inside of the market, and he's made millions upon millions of dollars, and he's still telling us what to do in the market, that we might need to take that information and run with it, right? Now, all of the services that I talked to you guys about, some people have went on and paid $50,000 for those services, right? Some people paid $10,000 for those services to learn how to trade in the foreign exchange market. Any of you guys ever heard of any obnoxious prices in IML? For people on the outside of IML to actually learn how to trade in the forex market? Yeah. What's some of the prices that you guys heard of?
Well, I heard that you could take a day class for free, but then they required you to pay $5,000 for the rest of the classes, and you had to come with an additional $5,000 to trade with. So really, the free class turned into $10,000.
All right. Okay. You heard of something like that? $5,000 for a 2-day session. Now, the reason why I always ask those kind of questions is because I know what I paid to get started, and I know what I was willing to pay to get started, and I know what other people paid to get started, right? I was hearing about the 10,000 and 5,000 and things like that. So what I did was I said, let me go to Google. Because Google, I'm gonna find something on Google. I ran across a program that was free. It was online, went through kindergarten, went through first grade, and then when I got to college almost, I didn't know nothing. I still didn't know anything. I'm like, I'm progressing, getting all the time. I don't know how to make money though. I got all these little stars and everything. You guys heard of it, right? The 80 pips, exactly. I got into IML and went to the IML Academy, and on the first 3 videos, I felt like I knew I felt bulletproof, right? I'm like, I finally found the thing that was going to set me and my family financially free. Now, here's the deal. To get involved with our learning platform, it's not $10,000, it's not $5,000, it's not get one free and then show up to 5,000 and then have another 5,000 in your pocket. It's not that. It's only $225 to get started. Now, everybody say, wow.
Wow.
I say it backwards.
Wow.
Now, here's the deal. At $225, that's something like a dinner. It's something like a day, right? That's definitely cheaper than Christmas, and it's definitely cheaper than Valentine's Day. But this is something that you can actually pay for to get a return on your money, so that you can learn how to multiply money for the rest of your life. And then guess what? That's 30 days, not 2 days, not 2 days, right? That's 30 days access to our online learning platform and our mentors, some 6-figure earners, some 7-figure earners, and 1 or 2 of them are even 8-figure earners. You have access to those people, all right? And guess what? You get a lot of support. A lot of support from the people that actually invited you out. You get a lot of support from them. And the people that they have access to as well, okay? Now, and if you want to continue after that, it's not $5,000. It drops down from $225 to just $165, right? How many of you guys have what's called residual bills? Right? Residual bill number 1. We was just, me and my wife, I love real life scenarios. Me and my wife, we were just walking through Walmart doing Teacher Appreciation Week, where they mail you that we need to feel appreciated, so you gotta buy something. Right. So what happened, so we was in Walmart buying them something, and all of a sudden, the Xfinity guy steps in front of me and he was like, yo, so who you got for for internet service? I said, y'all. And then he said, okay, cool, well, let's do this plan or whatever. And then he broke it down. My wife was like how much you were paying? And everything. I said, about $200, who knows? And he pulled my account number up in our street and everything, and then all of a sudden I seen $320. I said, we pay y'all $320 every month? For real? How is that even possible? Right? But I noticed this, $320, guess what? If we was to unplug that whole TV box and not watch TV for an entire month, next month we still gotta pay $320. Following month we still gotta pay $320. Right? Now, here's the deal. Do we have other bills like that? Cell phone? You say, I'm gonna go on sabbatical. Nah, I'm gonna break the battery out my phone if I could. They still gonna charge you that money, right? But let me ask you this question. Let's say that we say, you know what? I'm not going to work for an entire month. They gonna pay us our same check. He said, I ain't got a job, right? No call, no show for a month. Oh, you out of here. You already got your replacement. Been waiting on you to quit. You don't make the coffee, right? Anyway. Here's the deal. It's only $225 to get started, $165 to continue after 30 days. Now, we actually allow you to eliminate the $165 by just sharing this with 2 individuals. Now, what do we mean by sharing? You make money in the market within your first 7 to 15 days, and you share with somebody that you like, love, trust, and respect. Right? How many of you guys have 2 people that like you? At least 2, right? At least 2, right? I'm like, back in the MySpace days, it was hard for you to have a top 8 if you didn't have 2 people that like you, right? Check this out though. Here's the deal. You share it with 2 individuals, and guess what? The company eliminates that monthly cost. As long as you have 2 active paying customers. How many? 2. Active paying customers. Whenever 2 active paying customers become 1 active paying customer, you got a $165 agreement to fulfill. Does that make sense? All right, but it's no contract. So if you just decide that this is not for you, you can definitely eliminate it. But how many of you guys know that making money from my phone is always for me? All right. Now, here's the deal. That's an entire package that the company has put together. The entire package the company has put together. Some people say, you know what? The package that you guys have created, I would like to market that service. I would love to market it so that I can actually earn a commission off of it. Okay? Now here's the deal. I want to step out of the way of greatness because the next presenter that you're going to be hearing from, everybody say, oh, I'm not going to be the presenter, okay? So, the gentleman that actually has trained me, the gentleman that mentored me, a guy that literally has a good year every month, financially, you're going to be hearing from him. right? To somebody that people, his peers crowned him the king of forex in trading. And the fans crowned him that as well. The time that we was announced that he was the king of forex, it was like, yeah, that you gotta give it to him. He's gonna talk to you guys about another situation where you can actually learn how to get a comma check every Friday and have it stick. How many of y'all want that? Yeah. Comma check. Now, so I want to bring up somebody that I like, love, trust, respect. The gentleman has a lot of fun. You're gonna hear from him. He loves making people laugh. And more importantly, he's traveling all over the world helping a lot of people make money. Okay? And he loves helping people. So with that being said, I want to bring up none other than Dr. Raphael Phillips.
How's everybody doing? Come on, man, it's raining, but oh. How's everybody doing? Right. I'm excited that you're here. People are coming in from all around the world to be here for these next 2 days, and I want to give it up for a guy who I respect. His name is Mike. They are servant leaders in my book, and they are giving their lives to make people better around them. And that is in the person of, as I wish I would clap louder for him, he did such an excellent job.
Yes.
This is DL. So DL really talked about the easier part, and that is the educational system that we have in place that's allowing people who really experience their best life now. He gave me the hard part. Because I get to talk to you about something that systematically we're not trained, coached, nor taught to be able to embrace, and that is to look at this entity as a business model whereby you can earn residual income from. I had to make up in my mind in 2016 that I wanted something different for my life. And one of the things I did not like was network marketing. And I wish some of y'all, be honest, some of y'all don't like me. I got some people like we know it's open as soon as we invite you to a hotel. I did not know that was Angela. I'm sorry, it's just so cute. Okay, anyway. But y'all, come on, how many of y'all got the invitation? Somebody calling you, hey, look, I ran across something, I want you to come check it out. And you know they're French, they do because they don't know what to say next, you know. As soon as they give you the address, you know where they're in their house and it's in a hotel, immediately your defensive mechanism come up. What is it? Any one of the things is them triangular. Come on, how many of y'all know what I'm talking about? Because you know, I'm not a salesman and I ain't selling nothing and I don't believe in any of those. Guys, I can tell you countless times where I was one of those people who tried network marketing and I didn't make a dime. I mean, I kept trying too. It's like, I wish I could go down to companies. Y'all, come on, man. Some of y'all are veterans of me. This ain't your first rodeo, right? And I can go down, man. I had some old nasty juice one time. We trying to make y'all drink nasty juice. You know you weren't gonna drink no nasty juice, but we were pushing that juice. You know, I was with another company, and we had salt water as a product. Man, you know nasty. People have to drink salt water. It was healthy salt water. And it was like, hey, just taste this, will make you feel better. Now, I'm black. I don't know if y'all know that. But you trying to give some salt water to a person of color, and it ain't got no Kool-Aid in it. And so I tried that. Look, I remember this one company where they gave you access to a lawyer, and I knew that wouldn't work. Because me and my friends, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. We stayed in trouble. I went to them, bro. We'll have to do the court-appointed attorney. I got something for y'all. We'll hook y'all up. We get in trouble. The only thing they give you is a letter. You can't take a letter to a judge. My own was, man, I thought you said it was. when I tried that, I tried. And you know what's really bad is when you try, the first people you call is your family. I call my mama for everything. This one company was switching lights. Right, and I never get it. I went to my mom, I said, Mom, I'm doing this entrepreneurial thing, and I just want to switch your lights. Now my mom is, she Pentecostal. And she had this look in her eye like, oh, you ain't switching my lights. I said, Mom, no, it's just, you switched, you're gonna be my first customer. No. I said, Mom, look, I can do it for you. Right? And so we went through that, and everybody, no. And I would always let the no's, I would always let their rejection stifle my dream and my vision. And I was one of the people that said, oh, this stuff don't work because ain't nobody gonna do it. That was me. Now, I've always been in business. Because not all of it was legal. But listen, I don't care what anybody tells you. I was in the pharmaceutical industry. I started at 12. I was in import and exports right there in Anchorage Home. I don't know if y'all know where that is. But I would traffic pharmaceuticals in, and we would traffic pharmaceuticals out. And we had pharmacies over by Lincoln City Park. We had over by Sonny's. We had about Texaco. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Right? I've always been a business person all my life. Right? And I knew I didn't want to work for other people. So business was just a part of something I knew that I was eventually going to do and I was going to get into. When you start thinking about network marketing, I want to talk to you about the viableness of this particular entity at this particular stage. Did y'all notice those big words? Well, I knew guests was coming in by the time, so I got me a good dictionary, so y'all will hear me use some really big words like elephant and rhinoceros. I'm going to crush y'all today. Watch this. But this is the truth. This is the truth. And Gil said it earlier because I really believe in having fun. I love to laugh. Some of y'all, I can tell by your face, you don't like people. I'm looking at you right now. I've said a couple of things that should have made you laugh, and you in here like this here. Bruh, look. I'm still going to do me. And I want you to understand, when we first started this, and first started going through this, it was difficult for me to talk to people about Forex from a business side. Network marketing, I heard this from my mentor, David Ebenetia. He says, 97% of the people who did network marketing failed. 97%. Now, he is the #1 income earner, the #1 African American income earner in the world as pertains to network marketing. He's under the age of 40. And he was the one that said this. He said, 97% of the people who do this business model fail. 97%. So I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you in today has at least tried one network marketing company in your life? Lift your hand, at least one. All right, now, if you have made 6 figures doing this business model, lift your hand. Anybody made 6 figures? 7 figures, lift your hand. Right now, how many times have you come to these presentations and they get someone as attractive as myself? And it's funny to actually explain the opportunity, and then they sell a dream. You can do this. You can get 2 people. It only takes 2. You could get half of 1. And you try, and you try, and you try. Because 97% of the people fail. But let me tell you why 97% of the people fail. This is 97% of the people don't know how they lock arms with 3% of the people who win. Come on now. Amen. Come on now. I'm going to ask you a question. If there's a room full of 100 people, do you have the ability to ignore 97 of them and find the 3 who are winners? Yeah. Oftentimes we spend our time talking to people, listen, we try to give them $1 million idea, but they have a $1 mind. And we're going to try to sell them on that this works, this is an entity that works for you. And don't. Why? Because from grade school, systematically, we're not taught to be entrepreneurs. When you wrote your first paper in elementary school, they had you write a paper on what did you want to be when you grew up, right? And what did you want to be? A job.
Facts.
Thank you. For somebody who's like,
Facts.
I don't know. Yeah, a policeman is a job. The president is a job. A doctor, job. Lawyer, job. Who wrote a paper on, I want to own Amazon. I want to own Apple. We don't write papers like that because we can only write out of our environment. And if all we've seen all of our life is people work to make money, then that's what you're going to do. Now, when they say Dr. Spiller, it's not because it's like DOC. Right? That's doc. And then there's doctor. That means you have a degree. But my degree is in psychology, and I understand that why you're going to say no to the network marketing side. It's not that network marketing doesn't work, because it is the fastest growing entity outside of, it makes more money than the NFL, makes more money than the entertainment industry, makes more money. I want you to hear me. The music industry, network marketing is the top, but why do few people do it? Because systematically we have been taught that this is how we make money. If you watched your parents make money, how did they make money? They got up early in the morning, got dressed, went to a job, and you watched it systematically. Now, what are you doing? Not that you asked yourself whether it was going to work or not. Okay, let's take college. Do you know how many people have a degree and a school loan and can't pay their school loan and their lifestyle at the same time? How many of y'all have BS on your wall? That's what science. I have BS on my wall. Bachelor's of Science. Right? Right. You spent 4 years. Well, 8. Whatever it took. But you got that degree. Now, when you got the degree, did the degree promise you a certain lifestyle and a certain income? No, it does not. Yet, that is the systematic process that all of us are a part of. And why, when you come to meetings like this, oh, that's just not for me. Well, can you please tell me what is for you? Come on, let's have a very honest, transparent conversation. What is for you? Because retirement ain't what retirement used to be. Because we have people in this room, if you retire, that retirement's not going to take care of you. Not after you gave somebody 30 years of your life. If you worked on a job for more than 10 years, do you know you gave somebody 3,650 days of your life? If you worked for someone for 20 years, do you know you gave them 7,300 days of your life? If you gave them 30 years, do you know you gave them 10,950 days of your life? Now, you gave them that many days, or you're going to have the same amount of days in retirement. You gave them 30, they're not going to give you 1,500 good days after. Why? Social Security ain't what it used to be. Millennials ain't trying to get no job, boo. So when they ain't trying to get no job, they're not paying into Social Security. That's going to keep it around. That's right. Republicans are trying to get rid of it, and Medicaid, and Medicare. Y'all ain't talking to me. What are we going to do systematically? The system is failing. Technology is replacing good jobs. See? Come on. How many of y'all remember Blockbuster? Come on, lift your hands. You remember Blockbuster? How many of y'all heard of Blockbuster night? Come on, Blockbuster, right? We're going to get the movie, and then we in Blockbuster for a movie. How many of y'all remember we had to look behind the movie to see what's still there? Now, here's the question. Where's Blockbuster? No, come on. Where is Blockbuster now? Do you understand that Blockbuster was a major conglomerate with major corporate jobs? Where are they now? It wasn't Netflix that got them. Redbox did them. They weren't ready for Redbox. We up in Walmart and Walgreens like this here. How many of y'all remember that? All of a sudden, Blockbuster disappeared. What happened to those jobs? Yep. Now, how many Redboxes do you see? Talk to me. How many Redboxes do you see? Gone. Who killed them? Killed them. I'm talking about destroy. Not making their own movies. You go online. How many of y'all remember the Yellow Pages? And when you want to look up something, you have to go and pick up that big old yellow book and flip through to what about the white pages? Y'all talk to me. See, some of y'all so young, y'all. Is that a racial epithet? White pages? Remember that big old book. You have to go look up the Johnsons, and you have to go through all them Johnsons. Just find your friend. Okay, where are the white pages at now? How many remember the newspaper in Houston, the Houston Chronicle, the Houston Post? Where are they? Everything's digital. Technology is replacing us. How many of y'all seen the new kiosks they're about to have at McDonald's? Yeah. You mean Lil Larry ain't gonna be at the cash register? What is Lil Larry? Now, okay, y'all are not really thinking. So that's why I be here to set you free. I was gonna set you free tonight, but we just get out together. Now, listen to me though. Listen to me. This is very true. This is very true. Now, you remember Larry had to work at McDonald's because Larry just got out of prison. Right. And you know everybody that's gonna handle Larry. When you take Larry's job from him, come on, some little Michael. Little Michael, you know, that's all Michael can do. Big Mac, filet fish, quarter pounder French fries, ice cold milkshake, Sundays and apple pies. And then now they take Michael's job away. What Michael gonna do? Michael got a felony. Don't nobody want to hire. Can we have a conversation here, please? Don't nobody want to hire Michael? What is Michael going to do? Can somebody tell me what Michael going to do? Michael is a pharmaceutical distribution rep in his neighborhood. Mike can't get no jobs. Religion can't help Mike. You can't even pray Mike into a new job. You better preach. What is Mike going to do? Somebody tell me what Mike going to do. Mike going to go back to doing what Mike always did to make sure that Mike going to be able to provide for himself. Guys, as technology is increasing, jobs are decreasing. I can go down the line on all the things. How many of y'all used to be able to call Chase and talk to somebody? Bro, thank you for coming tonight. I'm like, where you been? But everything on me, now they even charge you. Now they charge you to talk to somebody. Well, you know you can do this to the automated system for free. Well, I'm talking to you. Well, this is going to cost $5. Everything's changing. Now, why are we bringing up network marketing in an ever-changing economy? Because your jobs use network marketing, at least the methodology of network marketing. I'm going to prove to you that you're part of a network marketing organization where you want to live in 9. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. Would you listen to me? Please give me 5 more minutes and I'll let you go. Right? Let's put this right there. Y'all knows how Houston is. So I'm going to let y'all go. But I want to let me prove to you that you're part of a network marketing organization, no matter where you work, post office, hospital, any corporate America, it's network marketing. Prove it. Now, when my father worked a job, Abdallah, I can tell you this is true. Every year he got a raise, regardless if he was a good employee or not. Some of y'all ain't old enough to know that you just got a raise just for being there consistent. You could be a half-hearted employee, but because you were there, they give you a raise every year. Corporate America got smart. They said, why are we giving these people a raise like this? Let's regulate. Are you listening to me? Yeah. Let's regulate how much we give them. Now, how are we going to regulate? They give you what we call an EPI, Employee Performance Initiative, or an employee evaluation, whatever you want to call it. Now they give you a raise based on your performance. This is every job now. They call you in, all right, your yearly review is here. And then they pull out this paper and cheat sheet. Now, she don't even like you. Can I give you 10 people that'll be honest? They don't even like you. What do you think they're going to check off on the box while they're evaluating your performance? The performance that you were doing when you were even doing their job. Oh, do me a favor, just push somebody and say, you know he right. I said push him. You know he right. You know he right. Say act like, I mean, you look at the people in your bed act like they don't know what I'm talking about. I see right. evaluation. And then when they give you an evaluation, what's your raise? A percentage of a percentage. Come on, man. A percentage of percentage. Based on your performance. So you get paid on how well you work. You go from $7.50 to $9. And you in church testifying about the goodness of the Lord. You better preach.
I see it every time.
You've been talking about $9. No, let's go far. $15. Come on, let's go far. $25. Let's go far. $30. I just want to thank the Lord for making those numbers. Now, what they didn't tell you is that when they gave you that raise like that, you entered into another tax bracket.
Yep.
All they did was give Uncle Sam the ability to take more.
Yeah.
How about these refinery jobs that these men are so proud about? I work at the refinery. What about the chemicals you inhale?
All day.
Now, you may get the truck, and you may have like a 2-story home, but what about cancer? Lung disease, liver disease, heart disease. They don't tell us that because they don't care. The only person that's going to care about you, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, is the person that's sitting in your seat. When I saw network marketing, I had to see it for what it was. And then I had this epiphany. Right? The strongest, most powerful organization in the world is built on network marketing. You know what that is? The church. That was a man, you know, Jesus, right? He walking up the shore, he see these guys working on their nets. And he recruited them. I want you to make you fishers of men. Right? So who did he recruit? His first group was net workers. And we've been net workers. The church ever since. No matter what you say. No matter what you say, no matter what you say. You remember when he said, I'm going to send you out 2 by 2. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that, but I'm going to just go in. I'm going to send you out 2 by 2. Where you send them to? Where I will go. In other words, I ain't going there. I need both of y'all to go there for me. What is that pyramid? I need you to do work for me that I don't want to do for myself. So I'm going to send you where I will go. Guys, it's all around history that other people make money off our efforts. Guys, how about moving into a system where your income is unlimited based on your efforts? If you're going to kill yourself for somebody, at least get paid for it. Right, if you got a person on the shoulder and say, get paid for it, just tell them, get paid for it. I mean, look, if you don't give 80 hours in a week, and you salary, that's robbery. Because you came from 80, but they just gonna give you a salary, keep me hour. If that be the case, no, because people are taking advantage of us. The reason why I like the network marketing model is, well, at least when I get a job, I know what I'm gonna get every 2 weeks. When you grow, you're gonna realize that's not how you want to get paid. That means no matter how much work you do, how much you give, how much you, at the end of every 2 weeks, the check is still the same. You know why I like this? It's because I gave myself a raise every 6 months. I felt something like that. I'll tell you what you say. Did you hear what D.L. once said about me? Listen, guys, I'm not the most articulate or smart guy on the face of the earth. I mean, I'm extremely handsome, but I can also tell you that no, as it pertains to smarts, no. I'm a hustler.
Yes, he is.
You're not gonna outwork me. See, while you sleep, I'm grinding.
That's it.
I'm in it. Look, 3 o'clock in the morning, they'd be like, when I first got into this trading thing, and I started making money from trading, Dio said to me, oh my God, you're just free. I said, yes. Someone came up to me and he said, Dr. Spiller, why are you still doing this? You make enough money now where you don't have to do this anymore. And I have thought about just kind of disappear. Yeah, you have enough money, you can just leave. I want a rapture-like disappearance. Well, most eliminated. Them and the kids, they just gone. Don't nobody know where they at. They just left. But my assignment has me here, still trying to set people free. But what I start doing, I start making money. Now the network marketing model was simple, guys. I'm gonna ask you a question. Our product is education. What is our product? Education. If you want to control a man's money, control what skills you give him. Let me say that one more time. Because I'm gonna show you. Listen, y'all, they be killing me. The new people be killing me. Because they believe in racism. Prejudice and racism are two different things. Racism is an economic term. It comes from the word race. Like race. He's a racist. Slow. They don't know no better. They just took a word that someone else gave them. I really want you to understand. When you understand how the world works, you understand there is no color. You understand there's only money. Okay. I live in a nice neighborhood. Bless the Lord. Bless the When you come in there, I happens to only be of my complexion. So the security, when we were coming in, it was just like, what do you do? Who did you play for? I didn't want to say the penitentiary so bad. Because of my size, I'm not even thinking, he played football, right? You have to be football, right? My neighbor came across the street. I'm looking at my wife, I'm like, and she come like, who did you play for? My wife had to grab me because she knew my words. I'm from the penitentiary. I just got out. Right? Here's the truth. Here's the truth for my love. That's true. It's true. I was able to upgrade my lifestyle because of my work ethic. Network marketing in our side gave me a blueprint and said, listen, if you learn this skill and you came back and you share this skill with other people, and then other people learn this skill, and they make money from this skill, it's pretty hard for people to say no when they're making money. How many of y'all would agree with me? If there was a way that you can make money, I'm talking about, no. I'm not scamming you. Some of y'all not gonna get rich. Some of y'all not gonna do it. Some of y'all, please get this thing over. I'm trying to go home. Good. I'm good with you. But then there are some of you in here that understand that they, whoever they is, have kept this system from us, whoever us are, for a very long time. And you know what I've realized? It had nothing to do with color.
Right.
The powers that be don't want nobody to get no money. But we's be free now. And all we're doing is showing other people how to make this happen for them. And so this is what started happening for me. I started going out and I started sharing this opportunity. I grind. My grind game is second to none. I'm grinding, I'm sharing this, I'm talking to people, I'm sharing this, and then I just don't want to work that hard. Right? When I first enrolled 3 people in what I would call my financial university. I didn't enroll them in a network marketing organization. I built a financial university. And in this financial university, I wanted them to enroll as students because this is an educational platform. What the company did was it allowed me to be the chancellor of my own university. No different than what Texas Southern, U of H, no different from all the different universities out there. I was able to build my own financial university, and I was able to enroll students, and I got commissions off of their enrollment. No different than what happens at a regular university that you've been to. Does that make sense? If you did it in college, why not do it for yourself? Guys, if I can show you how to build your own financial university, whereby people are getting a skill, and that skill is going to make money, guys, I'm promising you, people will enroll as they are enrolling in my university every day. I'll never forget when my university got up to 500 people. Let me tell you something. I've been married for 18 years. And whoever said this was lying. Money don't help a marriage. Use a lie. When you broke, you have to stay there and argue. I'm talking to me over here. When you broke, where you gonna go? You ain't got no gas. You gotta sit there, you gotta take that in. When you rich, you be like, rather than just sit here and argue, let's go somewhere. Let's just get on the plane and fly. It's hard to argue on the plane because they got TSA. You're not hearing what I'm saying. Money changed what we were doing. 500 people in my father's university, the company made me what we call the Chairman 10. But let me tell you what happened before I became the Chairman 10. In 2016, we were so broke we couldn't pay attention. A grown man cried and I couldn't take care of my family. Right? Buying discounted chicken and boiling it, noodles. Come on, man. My kids, shrimp flavor, chicken flavor, beef flavor. When we really wanted to spoil them, we did a combination night. No, this is a true story. We combined all of them, shrimp, beef, and chicken. Y'all don't know about no spread. You put the cheese in there and the thickest. So my kids in there, we just eat. My kids don't even know. We buy a hot dog with no chili. And then when we did buy chili, it was old runny chili that didn't have no meat in it. No, this is 2016. Cheese that wouldn't melt. You don't even know there was cheese out there that wouldn't melt. Go to Food Town, I'll show it to you. It won't melt. I don't care how long you put it in the oven, I don't care how long you put it in the microwave, cheese will be sitting there like this here. This is true. Listen, we were there. I was driving a truck with no air conditioning, no AC. No, in Houston. You don't understand. I had to take an extra set of clothes with me because I sweated out to the next appointment. I go in the bathroom and I would take soap out of the dispenser, rub it on my arms, make sure I wasn't musty for a job interview. That's where we were, 2016. When this opportunity came to me, I didn't have the opportunity to say, well, let me pray about it. Prayer? I need an answer. So when he came to me, he said, over the last 10 years, you made deposits in your bank. I'm thinking in the back of my head while he's saying, I was like, how much of your bank paid you in interest? I'm like, interest? I'm interested in what you're saying. You're talking about interest. Just show me what it is so I can go out and I can talk to people about what we're doing. David Amiti is the most coolest guy. You have to listen to him. His words. Dr. Spill. And I'm like, if you don't go hood right now, show me what we got so I can get out and start showing. And so my first meeting, I called everybody. I told them, if you don't come, this is what is going to take place before the rapture. Oh, you don't hear me. I will tell them all. I said, this is a move that you ain't never seen before. And then you put a little spirituality in it. God spoke to me. I said, you better show up. Man, I had this whole house packed out. First night we broke. First night! Somebody say first night. First night. When you enroll 30 people, you become a platinum 1,000. You don't understand what $1,000 did for my household. I became a platinum 1,000 the first night. And a platinum 1,000, they pay you $1,000 a month residual income. But they pay you $250 a week. I needed that $250 so bad. Wow. Oh, when that $250 came, that was a release. And my wife asked me, is this coming every week? I said, as long as I keep recruiting. She said, well, I can't tell you what she said, but she said, you better get out there and recruit. So that thing, we became a platinum 2,000, 75 people. I had 75 people enrolled in my financial university, $500 a week. I wasn't thinking about trading, I needed to live. I'm gonna put something in the trading account. Man, I had rent. Right? Rent. It was $1,600 a month. I couldn't put nothing back. I didn't have nothing to put nothing back. But I kept going. When I hit Charity, that was $2,500 every week coming into my house. My wife was a school teacher at that time. And I walked to her and I said, I need you to just quit your job. She said, but the kids. I said, the hell with them kids. Come on. They will find another teacher. I don't care what you think about me. That's just what I told them. They'll find another teacher to teach them kids. You come home. Come home. Come home. This was, listen, we started in November. This was, I became the chairman 10, February the 6th, 2017. $2,500 a week. That's, you couldn't tell me that then. After chairman 10, when you get to 1,250 people, you become chairman 25. Oh my goodness. Bro, let me tell you what chairman 25 will do for your household. My kids start calling me daddy again. My wife got a name for me, the kids call me the same name. I was just the same name for everybody. You get the chairman 25. No, my son. Now here's my son. Father. Father, he's 99. Father. He said it today. Father. I said, we got to 2,500 people. I became a chairman of 50. You know what that means? That means that your monthly income is a minimum of $50,000 a month. It took me 2 years. Can somebody say, no, less than 2, year and a half. A year and a half to become a chairman 50. I make in a month what people don't make in a year. I was the same guy in 2016 with no hopes, no dreams, no nothing. What changed, David Emaniti? The ability to partner with someone who could accelerate my success is where the change came in my life. Now, I didn't tell you about what I make in trading, right? But there are people in here who pretty much some of them have an idea. Right? And I bless God, we don't struggle. Because the real money game is in trading. Oh, you get that down there. Here's a beautiful young lady right here. Her name is Joni Jones. Stand up, Joni. I want y'all to give Joni a hand. Joni Jones is one of the top traders in my entire financial university. She just finished a month last month where your accuracy, you did over 111 trades. What was your level of accuracy over 111 trades? 87%. So 87% of her trades hit profit. See, you need to talk to her. Just ask, who are you? No, who art thou? Right, to be able to do that, how long have you been in the company? Period?
About a year, a little over a year and a half.
A little over a year and a half. College, basketball player, coach, but now a full-time trader, and this is all you do. How old are you? She's 23. You know what started happening, and Angela can attest this, and so many others. The older generation they just want to go to work. Yeah. Millennials are like, the hell with school too. When they realize that they can make more money in trading than their college professor.
Right.
Do me a favor. Forget everybody else. Give yourself a high five for being here. I want to give thanks to today because she represents what we represent in totality of what we're doing here with you tonight. Guys, it took me a year and a half. I'm in my first 7 figures in trading when I first started. Now, has this thing that I'm about to engage in. It's called My FX Book. My FX Book, because I want to show the world that I'm not fraudulent. I want them to see the money. Don't let it stop me dinero. Mucho dinero. Mucho billete. Mucho billete. And some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but there are some people who understand mucho proyecto, mucho proyecto. Right? And so one of the things that I started doing was, I'm now teaching people how to do the same thing. Can I ask you a question? If you're in Houston or abroad, that's when you're visiting and you're trying to figure out if this is for you, I'm going to tell you, you're at a crossroads in your life whether you believe it or not. Somebody invited you today, and maybe you'll say no. I had a conversation with my son. My son said, Dad, Father, but he said, Dad, he said, I don't understand something. I was listening to you talk to people about enrolling people into this financial university. What I don't understand is how can people say no? That's what my son said to me. And he said, Dad, I don't understand. He says, don't they know that we were poor? I said, son, yeah, pretty much tell the same story every time. He says, do they know we're rich now? And I said, for the most part, yeah, but that's not a precursor for people saying yes or no. He said, what I don't understand is, doesn't it bother you when people say no? And I gave my son a life lesson. And I want you to hear that same life lesson. It's not probably going to be what you want to hear, but it's just true. I said, son, very few people will work with you, but the majority will work for you.
You better say it again.
I'm going to try that again because that just went right over your head. I told my son is 13. He will inherit everything that I have. He has 2 sisters, but I can't give it to them. Their last name's going to change. A spiller started, a spiller will have it. Whoever they're going to marry, they can work for us, but they can't have it. You know? But I was very honest with him, and I said, son, I need you to understand something. If you can get over the fact of needing people to work with you, you can hire enough people who will work for you, and they will build your dreams at the sacrifice of theirs.
Wow. That's exactly what they
I told my son, and you don't even have to pay him a lot of money. You can pay him just enough to survive while you keep all of the rest for yourself. Now that sounds ugly. But that's what rich people tell their kids all the time.
That's right.
There's a rich kid that went to school with you. You made A's, he made C's, but his dad owns the company. And you're going to work for him with his C and D self.
Come on.
George W. Bush was probably the dumbest president we've ever had. No one's arguing over that. Not even Republicans argue over that.
Trump.
His dad is opened the door for him. Who's your dad? And who's opened the door for you? Maybe you have to become your own dad to open the door for yourself. Maybe you have to become your own last name and open the door for yourself. Because I promise you this, and I close, I told my son this. I said, son, I don't care if you get a degree. That's no consequence in this day and time. I don't care if you get a degree. What I want you to do is hire people with a degree. Oh, he's getting all this wisdom from me. He's eating it up. And guess what? I just gave you those tips for free. At the end of the day, if we work together, I can give you one thing, and I can tell you this honestly. I will give it my all to make sure that you know that you know that you know. There's some people here that can testify and says, Spiller's up 2 times a day, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, coaching, teaching, training, coaching. Now I'm opening up for everybody because I don't want nobody to lose. I figured this thing out. If you're not a part of my team and you can't train, you're going to give trading a bad look. But if you win, we's all win. And how about we wins together? If you're here tonight and you're a guest, this is your first time here, guest, do me a favor. I'm not going to humiliate you or embarrass you. If you're a guest tonight, do me a favor. If you're a guest, I just want you to lift your hand tonight. Where are you at, my guest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guests, listen to me. Listen. There's a gentleman among you, and he's going to pass you what we call your freedom papers. This is your student enrollment form. We're going to make sure that everybody gets one. Listen, if there are guests on this side, would you lift your hand? I saw you lift it, so you might as well keep it up because I'm coming for you. All right? But I want you to have this freedom paper. Let me tell you why. Because one of the things I realized is I refuse to talk to people that Harry Tubman would have shot. I'm not going to spend my time trying to set people free who love the plantation. Cubicle. And so what I want to be able to do is snatch you out of that environment into the environment that I believe that the Creator has in store for you. I believe you deserve the best this life has to offer. I believe you deserve the best this life has to offer. But when are you going to get it?
Now.
We can start right now. My name is Dr. Raphael Spill. I want to thank you so much for coming on behalf of my friend, my partner, D.O. Woods and his wife, Kiana Woods. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Listen, I want y'all to stand right now. We're going to dismiss almost like church. But one of the things I want you to do while you're standing, I want you to do me a favor. It is raining tonight. Please hear me. It is raining tonight. Please hear me. Please drive home safe. Concentrate, focus, do whatever you have to do. But when I was driving out here tonight, there was a pocket of water on the freeway that I did not see. Immediately took control over my car, and if I wasn't holding both hands on the steering wheel, I'd have lost control of the car and ran into the embankment. Immediately on the other side of the freeway, someone had already did the exact thing that had just happened to me. So I speak traveling grace upon you as you leave tonight to go to your own desired destination. I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. On behalf of my mentor, David Emenitier, who's not here tonight, and several leaders who flew in from all across the country, Angela and Jeff Crushane, Clive Johnson, and so many others, I'll thank y'all so much for coming. God bless you. God be with you. Marvin Martinez, I'll see y'all soon. God bless you. Good night.